Hi everyone, Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome! This channel is for Japanese learners of English. Kiyomo shadowing no lesson wo yarakimashou. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Practice daily to master tango, bunpao, hatsuan, and rhythm. Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Zehi. Channel no toroku wo onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever found yourself fumbling on the phone, trying to take a message in English? It's like, what do I say?
Oh, totally. It can be a real scramble, especially when you're on the spot.
Yeah. So let's tackle it. How do you say, may I take a message? Or would you like to leave a message in a way that feels both natural and professional?
All right, so there's actually a few ways to do it, and they each have their own little nuance. You have the classics like, may I take a message? It's a very standard, polite way to offer.
Okay. May I take a message feels pretty straightforward, but is it like the only way to go?
Not at all. There's also, would you like to leave a message? Which is another very common way to ask. It's just a slight difference in how you frame it.
So, may I take is more about what you're doing, whereas would you like is focusing on what they want.
Exactly. And then there's, can I take a message for him, her? Which is useful when you know the specific person the caller is trying to reach.
Ah, specifying the recipient. That's good to know. Now, sometimes you also need to know if there's a specific message they want to leave, right?
Right, and that's where, is there anything I can tell him, her, comes in. It's a bit more direct, asking if there's a specific piece of information.
So it's not just about taking a message, but also about understanding if there's a specific task or info?
Exactly. It shows you're being proactive.
Makes sense. Now, what if we're on the other side trying to leave a message?
Then you can say, can I leave a message? Or you could ask, could you please take a message? Which is super polite.
Right. I'm thinking about those times when you're not sure if the other person is even available to take a message. How do you handle that?
That's when phrases like, would you mind telling me your name, or what was your name again, come in. It's good for when you missed the name or didn't catch it clearly.
Ah, so even when you're taking the message, you still have to sometimes get the callers as information.
Absolutely. And it also helps to confirm details, like asking, may I have your phone/contact number? Or may I have your email address?
And that avoids a ton of confusion later on. So what about if you're the one giving the message to the absent person?
In that case, you want to sound reassuring, saying, I'll make sure he gets the message, or I'll tell him you called.
Right. The caller needs to know that their message isn't just going into a black hole.
Exactly. And if you want to offer a callback, you can also say, should I have him call you back? Or would you like me to tell him or her to call you?
And that covers both sides. So it is about being clear on whether you are taking or leaving the message.
Precisely. And choosing the right phrase is about making the caller feel heard, no matter the situation.
So it's not just about the words, but also about how they make the other person feel.
Right. And it's also about clarity and accuracy when taking details.
Yeah, because a simple missed digit can lead to a whole mess.
True. And if you are not sure whether the person has a contact number, you can ask, does he/she have know your number? Which also saves time and hassle.
That's a great tip to avoid asking for information they already have.
Right, and that can also be applied to address or email as well, if needed.
And for those of us who occasionally blank out, let me repeat your information. It's a lifesaver for confirmation, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It ensures that both sides are on the same page.
And finally, it's not a bad idea to ask, is there anything I can help before hanging up?
True. It's a nice way to end the call. And it shows you're being helpful and attentive.
So from may I take a message to I'll make sure he gets the message, there's a whole range of useful phrases to make business calls smooth.
Right. And choosing the right phrase makes you sound professional and considerate to the caller.
So it's not just about the words, but using those words in the right way.
Exactly. It's all about making sure the message is taken and delivered effectively.
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? 理解できない部分はありませんでしたか? Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Please let me know your kansa or request in the comments. ぜひチャンネルの登録をお願いします. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. See you next time. Bye bye.